Hi, and welcome to the Saturday Night Sleepover podcast. I'm your host, Charlie, and I started this podcast because I'm good at two things. One, making friends, and two, telling stories. So you get to participate in that by listening. Welcome to the sleepover. It's Saturday night. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Sleepover. I'm your host, Charlie, and today we're checking in with Kristen, who hasn't been on the show. When was the last time you were on the show, Kristen?
It's been a hot second.
Yeah, I can't even remember. Well, my life has been cuckoo bananas, and I have not had any good opportunities to focus on the schedule of the podcast. So I apologize.
For me,
Yeah, she's my last
Guys.
minute friend.
We are so sorry you have to listen to me.
No, not like that. I just mean
kidding.
I'm out of the routine. Like I used to have it like solid. Like this person was always on the third week. This person was always on the fourth week.
Yeah.
Like I had it in a solid rotation, and I have completely lost that.
I feel like it's been okay. Like I've heard Casey recently and Travis and
Trevor?
Trevor, sorry. I don't know why I just said Travis.
I know, because you guys
I know why I said Travis. Trevor. Yeah, so I've heard everybody, so I think you've been doing a great job.
Yeah. Well, I'm only successful because my friends are nice to me.
Because we all have to listen to something that's not, our own conversations.
Well, recently I went to a game night. Well, it was like a moving going away party / game night, that because I brought my emotional support games. But she was
you didn't
like,
want to use emotional support karaoke?
No, not emotional support karaoke, not this time.
Oh.
I did try to bring it, and Cole's like, just get in the car. You're already bringing up, because the point was we were supposed to like clean up their freezer, because they're moving.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I can't walk into a party empty-handed. Like I have to go get pizza. So we went to Sam's Club to go get pizza. Scored. And I under pressure I make like really messed up decisions. And so I was looking at the pizzas.
Who knows this better than me?
And I like walked into the place and I didn't look at my phone, and Colin was like, just buy one pizza. They're trying to get rid of their stuff. And I was like, it's going to be like, I didn't look at my phone, but I just like went up to the place, and I don't know if they do this in other places, because Walmart and Sam's Club is so bougie in Northwest Arkansas, but you can't order on a kiosk or anything like with a person. You have to order on the app in order to order anything from the like concession stand kitchen place.
We're too ghetto for that.
So, and this was the first time I'd ever experienced this. So I like went up to the front, and I like had to ask the people in line around me. Like I was like, what is the secret combination? Because nobody seems to be like standing in line. Everyone's just kind of standing around and looking at their phones. I was like, what is going on here? And then finally everyone in line was like, you have to go on the app. And so I was already like displaced and anxious. And then I was like, got to the choices part, and I was like, well, there are 3 different kinds. So I don't know what kind people like. I'm just going to get all 3 kinds. So I got 3 massive Sam's Club pizzas. Right. And I just like walk into this party and I'm like, hi, I brought some Sam's Club pizzas and my emotional support games. I hope that's okay. And they were like, well, we were trying to clean out our fridge, but I guess not. But it ended up being good because like there was enough. Like she had like fruit salad and pasta salad, and then like which are like kind of side-ish things. So she was like, it actually worked out, but
That's
you
funny.
brought the pizzas. Thanks for bringing those. And I was like, I thought like if you're moving and you have like already packed up your plates, it doesn't matter. You can always eat pizza. So
Yes.
take some and do whatever you want to do with it.
I remember we came one time and I want to say it was Colton at the time. Like, you guys ordered a ton of Little Caesars, and you're like, we're just going to stick it in the fridge and have it for later because you
Yeah.
can't go wrong with pizza. So,
Yeah. I think that was a New Year's Eve party that we thought more people were going to come, but didn't come.
just your group of introverts.
Yeah. I feel like that's always the case. Like I try to throw a party, and every single time, like maybe it's because I've tried different ways. I've like given people notice. I've not given people notice. Like just
Yeah.
like it, maybe I picked the wrong day. Maybe I don't know, but it always is like I expect like 20 people, and like 5 people show up.
Flakiness, man. It's outside of Utah now.
Well, Arkansas is like very like has an undercurrent of Utah culture. It is
Wow.
not like Utah, but there definitely is an undercurrent of Utah
That's
culture.
where I'm like, maybe it's the generation, or it's more like maybe it's Instagram where they're like, you don't have to do what you don't want to do. But then it's
Maybe.
also like, you need to show up when you say you're going to show up.
Well, also
You
Walmart
know?
recruits from BYU. So
Ugh,
did you just your own
ugh,
school?
ugh. I only went to BYU because they're paying for me. Like, who can deny a free master's?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but you can't
I keep
your
trying
own
to
school.
convince people.
You're
I'm
part of
like,
the system.
just because I live in Utah too, so that doesn't help. But I just keep trying to convince people. I'm like, it's super cheap. Depending on the program, they mostly like pay for you. So I'm like, I don't care what religion you are, just get that free master's. No one wants to pay $25,000 for another piece of paper.
True.
That's only 2 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just pretend.
Are you
It's
done
fine.
now?
No, I am hoping possibly I've lost a bit of motivation. I'm hoping to be done like by end of October, but really I can be done by, beginning of December. So I'm like, meh, I could give it some more time, but I
Well,
will be done this year. So
I mean, you're
pluses.
so close.
Yeah. I'm just writing right now, which is actually really tough because it's like, all this natural stuff. And it's like, how do you make the connections? You can't because there are none.
Well, if I had the brain that you did, I would help you with it, but I don't know enough about the earth to
Me
write
neither.
that much about it. But I am really good at writing.
Okay, then I'll have to send you some stuff and be like, does this even make sense? Like, I'm supposed to make a story. Like, science is actually storytelling,
Mhm.
and you have to have like a purpose, right? It's not like, here's a bunch of facts. It's like, how does this all tie together in a nice bow? And I'm just like, I don't know. You just made me do this. There was like no plan.
Yeah.
My advisor still doesn't even know I'm expecting.
Will?
Yep. So I'm like, how much has he been in the picture? I guess not very much because
Ugh.
it's been 22 weeks.
A bug just jumped off of my arm onto my face and then somewhere else in the room.
Ew.
This is Arkansas, people.
What kind of bug is it?
I have no idea. It looks like a miniature, like an ant-sized
Ugh,
cricket.
gross.
Yeah,
Um,
that was weird.
so if you live in Utah and you've been up to like Logan or Bear Lake area, so my niece came from Washington for the summer, and we went to Bear Lake, and which is a beautiful blue crystal looking lake. Everybody has to go there. So we took her up to Logan, and she comes running over to me as I'm watching them all play on the playground, and she's like, there are mosquitoes here. I need a bug spray right now. And I'm like, girl, I am pregnant and I'm sitting outside and I am a wolf and nothing has touched me. So I don't think there are mosquitoes here, which it is possible because it's farm country. But then the other niece came over who also lives in Utah, and she's like, "Girl, that was a box elder bug," which are super common, super annoying, super harmless. So
Yeah. It's
it
kind
was
of like a
just
ladybug without spots.
yeah, it was just so funny because like they're just so common that it's just like you don't even know what that is. But yeah, she learned a lot this summer
Yeah.
about all sorts of things, but it was just so funny to me because my grandparents' house is infested with box elder bugs. So you're like literally sleeping with them.
Yeah. I've slept at your grandparents' house before. I know that.
So bad. It's so bad. But yeah, that was kind of funny. So yeah, maybe it's just, those sorts of bugs in Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, the bugs in Arkansas are crazy. Colton found a stick bug that was like
Hmm.
this week he found it. It's probably 12 inches long and
Ew.
probably uh like an inch and a half around.
I don't think I could do that again in those humid environments. Like,
Well, it's
I'd
worse. It's
rather.
worse here. It's totally worse here
Uh,
than it was in
I
Virginia.
I'm okay with like scorpions and tarantulas over just all the random bugs, as well as what is it like when the ticks?
Oh yeah, we have ticks
I
here.
I know we have ticks, but I've actually never seen a tick. Like I've
They're mostly on
geologist in the
animals in Utah.
field. Yeah, I'm like I've been through some pretty sketchy terrain, and I've never gotten anything or sprayed myself because I don't really like DEET. But
Yeah.
hmm.
This room has like my office is like it's Doug's room.
Aw,
Really? And it has like a door to the outside so that he can like go in and out with like a
oh,
doggy
that's
door and
fun.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that's why there's bugs in here. It's because I just
Uh,
let Doug in right before we started.
oh, that's funny.
And it's like semi dark outside and it's like and then it's light the lights on in here. So I think that's what happened.
My kids think that they need a pet, and so they're like, "We're gonna catch a jumping spider and then make a
No.
terrarium for it." And I was like,
You
"Or
have
you could just
you're gonna
leave
have
it in
snake
nature."
kids.
I know. I'm like, you could just leave it in nature and let it be instead of entrapping it in our poor home. That I will kill it for sure because I don't want to take care of another thing.
You're one day they're gonna have snakes. They're gonna bring one home and you
They do. They want something, and I'm just like, we found out one of the kids is very allergic to dogs.
oh no.
So that's extremely unfortunate. And I'm super allergic to cats.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we need a bunny, we need a guinea pig. And I'm like, or I could leave whenever I want to and not have to worry about anything dying. So that's kind of nice.
You could also go over to your aunt's house and go see
Yes.
the dog.
We have an aunt, our grandparents have
Yep,
dogs.
grand.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody has dogs and fish. I don't need them. That's probably how some people feel about kids. They're like, I will visit them, but
uh,
I don't need them.
that's kind of how I feel about kids.
Yeah. They're like, I sleep in.
Yeah, I get to sleep in whenever I want on the weekends.
Yes.
And I get to pick my time, what I do. Like,
Hmm.
what a time to be a person who doesn't have kids.
Yeah. My husband's really into disc golf. And so his group, for some reason, I'm in his disc golf group. So it's really like, so I know when he's like about to say, I'll join.
Oh no.
And so they were talking and they're like, who wants to go disc golf? And my brother in law's like, I can't. I have dance that I have to take my kids to, like, dang kids. And then another person's like, oh, yeah, I got my daughter's volleyball. And then the other guy was like, well, you could say, because I've kept it in my pants, I can come.
That's funny.
I was like, yep. Everything works out with kids. Like, you can still do what you want. It just takes some planning. So,
Yeah. Well, except for sleeping, because I don't understand why kids wake up so early in the morning.
Ben woke up at 6 the other day, and I'm like, dude, you went to bed at, he's a little guy, so he went to bed at like 9:30, which apparently they're supposed to sleep 10 to 12 hours. So I'm like, why are you up at 6?
What are you doing at 6?
I think he's very excited. We just plugged in the PS4 again, and
Oh.
so I haven't locked it
What
yet.
about didn't you have to take away the Oculus and then bring it back and then take it
Yep,
away again?
yep, that happened. He is obsessed. Like, I filled out his kindergarten form, and they're like, what does he like to do? And I'm like, I I'm not super strict on TV, but I'm not like play whenever. So I know they're not addicted to screens. Like, I'm very conscious of how much screens they're getting. But that kid, even if he doesn't have video games in front of him, he's playing the video game in his brain. So it's like, I don't know if you've heard of Among Us.
Yeah, it's like the one with the no faces, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like Mafia, essentially.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, what you doing, buddy? Like, we're at the pool. He's like, I'm just playing Among Us. We're at the pool, dude. I'm like, I just can't get it out of his brain. So I'm like, this is his dad's fault. I don't, it doesn't even make sense to me, but.
Well, I remember I saw him I guess it was probably 2 years ago, and it's when we rented that house in Cedar City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he hadn't, so if he's 5, then he was like 3 then,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
he hadn't seen me since he was like born. And so he to him I'm a stranger, and I like wake up in the morning and everybody's playing video games and he's just like chilling. And I just like walk out of the room into the living room area and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "What?" What 3-year-old says, "Hey, what's up?" to some
Yeah.
random lady in a house with you?
Yeah, he's funny. So when we were also at the pool, like, he's jumping off into the water. He thinks he can swim without his floaties, but
Yeah.
he can't. But then I look away for a second, and then the lifeguard's like yelling at him. He's like, "You can't do front flips into the pool." I'm like, "What? Like, what?" Like, my mind is blown. But we go to the trampoline place
Yeah.
like often, so I was like, maybe I need to get him into trampoline and gymnastics so he can learn the proper way and when it's appropriate and when it's not, and how to be safe. We just started that
Well, it sounds
after the
like he's a
pool.
good candidate for gymnastics for sure. But do little
Yeah,
boys do gymnastics? I
it's like a kind of rec class, so it's tumbling and trampoline is what it
uh
is. So they learn cartwheels and what else are they, handstands. And then on the trampoline, like, I don't know if you've like seen those boys doing all the cool flips and parkour and stuff like that. So basically they're kind of like training to do that.
at 5.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because we go to the trampoline place and he'll go up to random boys, teenage boys, and he's like, "Hey," it's like, "Can I be your friend? Can I give you my phone? Can you teach me those cool flips?" But his best friend is a 10-year-old boy, so
What?
yeah. Well, we have a little kid next door. He doesn't have any siblings, and he won't ever.
Well, I guess
And so he's like the rent a brother. So
yeah.
it's like he plays with all the boys who don't have any siblings.
Also, his siblings are also 10,
Yeah, yeah,
so that kind of makes sense. Normally,
yeah.
people have. Well, I mean, you had twins first, so
Hmm.
normally it's like 10, 7, 5. You know.
Yeah, yeah. So he, at least like the distance between him and our neighbor boy best friend is gonna be the distance between this baby and him. So I'm like, okay, they can get along and they do enjoy each other, but
Mhm.
we're having a girl, so that means he'll be like, I hate you. Or he'll try and get her on the video game bandwagon.
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
I
And
think that'll happen.
yeah, that'll probably happen for sure.
Yeah. I hate video
Or
games.
I have a nephew that he always wants to play board games.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
We just got. Here's another thing. We went to the DI, and out of all the toys, everything that's at the DI, and your wildest dreams are possible at the DIs. All he finds is a Fortnite Monopoly set. And the thing is, it's not even real Monopoly. Like it doesn't matter. Like, there's no money, there's health tokens,
Oh,
and there's no buying properties. You just, when you land on it, you like just get the property. But it's
boo.
all about being the last man standing. And I'm like, what? Why even call it Monopoly?
Well, I feel like maybe they're just like trying to, I don't know, like groom the kids
Modernize.
to like
Yeah.
not be used to money or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good trick because they're gonna need it. Oh my gosh. I keep looking at the news and they're talking about tariffs, inflation, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but either way, can we have my grocery budget be lower than what rent used to be?
Yeah, right.
It's
I cannot
crazy.
I cannot believe that.
I know.
I feel like we're somewhat insulated in the Midwest because it's cheaper here, especially on like gas and stuff, because
Oh,
we're close
that's
to like gas producing
mm,
countries, states.
countries. Right here, America.
America.
Yeah, I don't even know, but and I decided before all of this that I needed to stop spending money on useless things, and I needed to, like, the girls are old enough that I feel like they should, I don't know, like, have training or classes or something, and it actually be worthwhile for them.
Hmm.
So Olivia is doing horseback riding,
Oh, okay.
which is extremely pricey for just
Yeah.
once a week. But she's also like, they make her do everything. They make her go get the horse, brush the horse, put the saddle on and everything,
Wow.
walk the horse around. So it's like hard work,
Yeah.
to kind of learn that, and you get a ride.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's really good for her. And then Scarlett's also doing the tumbling and trampoline.
Yeah.
So
What
I'm
about
like
like
that.
instruments?
Um, that sounds like too much effort. They don't seem passionate about it right now. So
Get
I'm
them
like,
some
maybe.
recorders.
Oh gosh. I don't even think they do recorders at our school, thank goodness. But I kind of like wrote out the letters on the piano for her, and
Uh-huh.
so she can play. Kids, they play like two of the same lines over and over
I know
every time you
nothing
pass the
about that.
piano.
Or
So
maybe
she'll
the
play.
same song over and over and over
Yep,
again.
yep, that was
Like
me
maybe
for
one
sure.
from Hercules.
Yes, every day, all day. And I'm pretty sure I can still play a good chunk of that. And I haven't even played it since I was like 13, 14.
Yeah, I just
But for
remember
her,
it every single day.
I know, it's the worst. But no, I don't remember particularly anyone saying, please stop. But
Actually, I think it was one of those songs that it was like good enough and like calming
I've
enough that it
often
was fine.
dreamed. Yeah.
Of a far off place.
I know, that's one of those like songs you just kind of bust out. So it's like catchy.
Yeah.
Scarlett will play for Elise, or she'll I guess in Spanish class they kind of learn like two oreguitas, and so she'll play that, and I'm like, that's a good one, but she only knows like two lines, so I'm like, oh.
You should continue the legend and teacher I can go the
The
distance.
Disney book. I think those are so old for them now. Like, I guess they listen to Disney stories at night. So
Yeah.
I'm like, they've heard it, but they're not too interested. Oh my gosh, you guys talked about it on one of the podcasts. I like to show my kids the really old Disney movies.
Yeah.
And so we watch Xenon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is so bad.
Zetus Lapidus.
I and Nate's like, what are they saying? I'm like, you never had to watch this because you weren't a girl, didn't have any
Just wait till
sisters.
they get to Cadet Kelly. That one is the
Oh
most
yeah,
elite.
they're gonna love that because I've showed them Raise Your Voice.
Yes, yes.
and
Absolutely
and they've
need.
seen a Cinderella story.
Need.
So yeah,
Well,
I need
Freaky
to
Friday
do
just came
that.
out. You should show them that. And then go see Freaky
Okay,
Friday.
that was one of the things I want to talk to you about. Freaky Friday. So the girls are obsessed with Freaky Friday because they love Lindsay Lohan.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not shown them Mean Girls because I'm like, yeah,
Not
those
yet.
are probably not appropriate for you. And and so they really wanted to see Freakier Friday, but my sister is extremely due, and or I guess not, but it's the time that typically people think that the baby should be coming out.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, in your family.
yes, not even there yet. She's like, I'm gonna get this baby out at 39 weeks, and I'm like, you're tripping.
Yeah, girl.
I'm like,
Speaking as a
also,
former doula for your sister, no.
yes. So I'm like, also, she's so stressed right now that like there's no way she's gonna relax because she
Yeah.
keeps saying, I'm not even open. I'm like, yeah, you're not. You're clamped shut for weeks.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, you need to calm down. So her and I and Ben went to Freakier Friday,
Yeah.
and the girls were very, very jealous. And
Yeah.
I was like, sometimes it's important for a parent to watch a movie before the kids see it. Not that I thought it would be inappropriate. And I was like, Ben doesn't care. So he was so bored. But I think it was an extremely nostalgia movie. Like, I don't think it was amazing,
Yeah.
but it was definitely for our generation.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
there.
Well, I've heard that they say that they won't make like original movies anymore because they don't have like a bought in brand. So that's why everything's just a
uh,
repeat. So like because they used to make their money off of like if they didn't make it in the theaters, they could make it on DVDs. But now
mm,
streaming is kind of just eliminated that whole portion of profit. And
mm-hmm.
so now in order to make a movie you have to like do
Have
something
one
that
that
is
people are
already
actually going to go see.
yeah, yeah, already has like clout behind it.
Okay. I don't know if you've been on this or you've heard this trend, but have you heard of K-pop Demon Hunters?
I feel like every person that is in my feed that is from Utah is like talking about it, but I have not. It's not become a thing.
I like K-dramas. I'm really big on K-dramas. They are super good. But I was hesitant cuz I'm like, Netflix original, but it was okay, the story wasn't good. The music was on fire.
Yeah.
It's so good. We listen to it every day. I'm like, I don't know why. Like, when Encanto came
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
like that was good music. This is kind of like the same ish.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you should watch it just for the music.
Okay.
I bet you if you go over to your sister's house, watch it with the kids.
Maybe.
They'd be pretty excited.
Um my sister has pretty strict viewing um rules at her house. Like she won't let her kids see Indiana Jones cuz
Hmm.
he like
They say a lot
sucks
of
the
bad
life
words
out
in
of
that.
people or something.
Yeah. Well, this is about demons.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like,
I
I'm
guess
not
that's
sure
not
that will
gonna
be
go
played at my
so
sister's
well.
house.
Yeah, how about you go to Caitlin's house and
Yeah.
watch it? It was fun though. So we've been on that kick. I've only watched it once though, but I
Hmm.
just really like the music. So I'm like, okay, now I know the story behind it. So yes, definitely take the time to watch that. But yeah, Freakier Friday was okay. Um, I think it would have been super fun to go watch it with you.
Yeah. Well, of course, because we were besties when the first one came
Yeah,
out.
but it has Chad Michael Murray again.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was just like, Jamie Lee Curtis's boobs are crazy in that movie. I'm like, dang. And it has Meredith from Parent Trap.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. She
But Ida was like, "That's Meredith," and I'm like, "It is," because I think she's had so much work that I can't even tell.
Oh no.
But maybe that's just me. And then, have you seen The Good Place?
Yeah. I've seen I like not thoroughly, but like I've seen
Do you
some
know
episodes.
Jason? He's like the druggy guy from like Orlando or
No, I don't know it
somewhere
well
in
enough
Florida.
for that.
We watched the whole thing, and he's the dad that Lindsay Lohan's like marrying. And I was like, he has a pretend British accent, but not like pretend in the movie. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh no, you ruined the movie for me. It's just funny. I just love it.
Oh. Well,
But
I can't
yes,
wait to see it. I think I
yeah,
want to watch the first one first and then watch the second or one
yeah.
later.
The girls love that movie, but I'm just like, I just number two. I'm sure. Oh, they're excited for um Princess Diaries 3.
Oh yeah.
They're
I
so
forgot that was
excited.
coming out.
They ask every day, when's it coming out?
I feel like your kids would probably like Wicked and the second one is going to
Oh,
come out
yeah.
soon.
Yeah, they're very excited about that one too. But we were listening to the radio and they're like, who's Ariana Grande? And I'm like, you know, Galinda.
Yeah.
And they're like, I love
I
her.
know her.
It's just funny what, they're just coming into the world.
Girl, I've
Like
been here.
Selena Gomez, we watched all those Disney Channel originals like Princess Protection Program.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Did you
well, I mean, Demi Lovato was like super high during the whole thing, but that's when she was a little girl.
Well, did you see that the Jonas Brothers have been doing like a tour and they keep like reuniting with people that are
Oh, really?
nostalgic. Like they did like a
Oh,
Camp Rock reunion with Demi Lovato and
oh, that's
then
fun.
they did like a show with the one, the only Jesse McCartney. I wish I
Oh,
could have
that's
gone to that show.
cute.
That would have been so much fun.
Oh, yeah. That's so fun. No, I haven't seen much. I'm trying not to be on social media or pop culture too much because I don't have the brain for it.
Well, I just
But
have lots of random room in my brain, I guess.
I think you need an escape.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I've been trying to like get into. So my aunt was telling me that my grandma, who's had 10 kids, like her labors were super long. She was always late. But she was like, I think it was because she was so stressed and anxious. So I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, here's my mission. I'm going to try and not be stressed and anxious, which I have gotten my brain in the right on the right path
Good
currently.
job.
But I'm reading a book about hypnobirthing
Mhm.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Try
Yeah,
and
a lot of people
relax a
really
little.
like it.
And I think I mostly just need hypno in everyday life.
Yeah,
So
hypno
then
life.
yeah. Not
Hypno
birthing, just
lifing.
life. Yeah. So
How
I'm
is
trying to get
like
in that.
your birth situation? Like, cause you're now like doing it at home and stuff. Like, how's your
Yeah.
midwife relationship and stuff like that going on?
It's good. I think it's probably I don't even know how she feels. But the way it kind of worked was I was just like really frustrated with the hospital wanting me to do all these things. I'm like, but there is no current indication that says this is a needed medical intervention.
Yeah.
So I know that if I go to you, you're just going to make me do it anyway because you're on a time schedule
Yeah.
unnecessarily. And so I said, okay, well, I think it was 13 weeks or so. I went to the appointment. It lasted like 5 minutes. They listened to the baby's heartbeat and they're like, yeah, you're good. Bye. And then I was like, this is so dumb. And it takes
It's a
so much time
rocket.
out of my day and I hate it. And so then I contacted this lady, and unfortunately, I'm due around Christmas. So it's kind of like tough. So she was like, yeah, I have everyone lined up. They're willing to help. So I'll take you on as a client. She's like, when do you want the first appointment? And I'm like, I've had, two kids. So I feel
Two
not,
pregnancy, three kids.
yeah, three kids. Yeah. I don't feel like I need a lot of attention. I don't really care. Like life carries on.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, we could probably do the just wait until the um 20-week ultrasound.
Yeah.
And
Isn't
she's
that
like, well,
around soon or just
oh
happened?
yeah, that's already happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Oh, everything's great. So do you want to like maybe wait another month?" So I haven't really seen her yet
Yeah.
for an actual appointment. But I'm just like, it's time out of my day. It's just things that I don't need to worry about. Like I you try and do nutrition the best you can, right?
Yeah.
But I don't need to stress about it. Everything's fine. Baby's kicking me when I don't want it. So, so it's alive.
Well, you probably
So,
could get like a um gosh, what is that called? The thing that you can hear the heartbeat if you want.
oh, like a Doppler.
Yeah, a Doppler.
Yeah.
That word.
And I'm like my sister, she's gone to her ultrasound, but also like three other fetal photos.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, first baby, I guess I get it. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just like, there's nothing wrong. So it's been pretty chill. So yeah, I don't currently have a relationship with her, but just the fact that she's willing to help me around Christmas is nice.
Yeah.
And also the fact that I'm like, I know my body can do what it needs to. I don't necessarily need help, but
Yeah.
just someone there just in case
Well,
something happens.
it's also going to get real hard at the end cuz you always go later,
Yeah.
and it's just that part is just there's no getting around that being
Yeah.
stressful.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I could just kind of just relax a little bit and
Yeah.
just
Well,
I
cuz you'll
saw
be
this
in your
really
house with your food and your
yes.
like
I get to eat, I get to not worry. So that was the biggest thing where I was like, "Oh, yeah, maybe a doula would be nice for this birth." But I'm like, I really needed you there for the last one cuz I needed you to be like the defense
yeah.
against whatever they were trying to do to me because you're just in a zone. You just don't know when you're in birth, and then you feel like you have to be on the defense because the hospital staff's like not listening to you.
Yeah.
And so for
Well,
this
plus
one,
it was
I'm like,
COVID too.
yes, that was super stressful. So I'm like, I think this should be much better. And also, I don't want to clean up after myself. So that's also a plus.
Yeah.
So, and I worked it out money wise. Like, we have a high deductible plan. So, I'm like, it's actually way cheaper to have the baby at home
Yeah.
than it is to have it at a hospital.
Yeah,
And
it's like half the price
every
if
time,
that more if
yeah,
not less.
yeah. And every time they scan your bracelet, you're just like, why? What are you charging me for now?
Yeah.
So, like, only for a medical emergency that I need to go to the hospital. Other than that, I'm
And
fine.
after that you're already going to pay a boatload anyway
Yeah.
because
So,
you'll
I'm
have to
good.
have surgery.
Yeah. So, I'm good. So I'm excited. It'll be great. And I've read lots of like hippie books, but they're very good hippie books.
Did you watch like The Business of Being Born?
Oh no, I don't think so. But that would probably just make me so mad I couldn't watch.
It's pretty empowering, I think.
Okay. Then I where's that on Netflix?
Well, maybe Business of Being Born, but then there's also one called Orgasmic Birth, and that one's also really good.
Wow. I read I can't remember. Casey sent me something. Nope, can't remember. But she actually has her PhD in mythology.
Oh.
But she was like a midwife before that. But then
Hmm.
she did like her thesis on like birth in mythology.
Yeah.
And so there was some really good mythological like stories that
Hmm.
she had told to kind of have it make sense. And so I'm like, this makes so much sense that we're just a very structured society like Apollo and his twin sister is Artemis, and she's like wild and natural. And so we try and bring birth from this Artemis side of it being wild and unexpected and go with the flow, and we try and bring it into our Apollyon society. And I was just like, whoa, That
Yeah.
is so true.
Yeah, definitely. I think you have to like go to another dimension and get that baby.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There
And
was
it's impossible to do that with hospital lights on you almost.
yeah. That's what I'm just really excited about. I think yeah, I'm very Apollyon. So it's hard for me cuz I'm like, I'm due before Christmas, but I know that's, I'm not going to have a baby at 40 weeks. That's not going to happen. So I'm like hoping, Christmas works out. But then if it goes into December, I might start getting January, I might
January.
start getting a little depressed because I'm like, that baby needs to come out in the current year for a tax break. But this really cool video that they shared the other day was babies are born on their birthday. And I'm
Mhm.
like, yes, they are. And they're like, nobody remembers the due date. No one remembers anything else except the baby's birthday.
Yeah.
So just let the baby be born on their birthday.
And the baby knows when it's ready.
Yeah,
We don't
just
give them enough credit.
crazy, right? I know everybody's like, I'm gonna get this baby out. And you're like, or you could just chill.
You say that now, come to me in a
I
couple
know.
months.
It's so uncomfortable. But that's kind of one of my regrets in life is, not being able to say, hey, just leave my babies inside of me. You're going to cut me open anyway, so it doesn't even matter
Mhm.
if I have to push them out. So I wish I would have waited a little longer, but you guys were here, so
It
And
was fine.
also, like, 38 weeks with twins, I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, you had 2 babies inside of you.
Yeah.
I don't know how that lady had 8 babies inside of her. Can you imagine?
Not even triplets. Like, I passed a lady in like the furniture store, and she had like a triplet stroller, and I'm just like, I admire you a lot
I cannot imagine.
because two was so hard. But I told Nate, I'm like, it's been 5 years since I had a baby, but I feel like, I don't know, I still feel confident enough that just one is gonna be so great.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need you, I have only one baby.
Yeah, it'll be great.
And I have two big girl helpers, so Olivia keeps telling me all the time, like, I'm gonna learn to change the baby's diaper and all sorts of stuff. So they'll be much more helpful than a bunch of 3 year olds.
Yeah, true.
Like, don't touch the baby. Oh, so funny. Kids.
Kids.
I just work here. Oh, speaking of that, did I tell you that I'm getting a job?
No?
Oh, I got a job. So I'm like, life is gonna end in December. So I might as well get some Christmas money and
Yeah,
also just stay busy while the kids are in school. I should do my thesis, but whatever.
it helps.
So I want some experience. So this job that I've been pining for like a year and a half, they finally got back to me and they're like, "Okay, we're now ready for you. Would you
Aw.
like to work here?" And it's super awkward. Well, okay. They're very excited about me. So when I came in for the quote interview, the only thing the guy wrote in his notebook was like ICP check mark. So like that's a skill that I know.
Yeah,
So it was just really funny. Like that's all he put because they were probably just gonna take me anyway.
yeah.
And so they kept saying, "Oh, he's talked so much about you." So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm really excited." But I said, "Okay, I can only work while the kids are in school, and I'm done in December." And he was like, "Meh, okay." And so I said, "Oh, okay, I'll do it." But I haven't really like explicitly said like I'm done in December because I'm having a baby, and it's a startup, and there's like 10 employees and 9 of them are guys. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna, like, I'm not required to say that I'm pregnant, right? And it's none of their business. But I'm just like, how's that gonna go over as I keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger? So the nightmare of trying to find some clothes that actually fit me, but aren't pregnancy clothes.
Go to Torrid.
I know somebody just recommended that today, and I'm like, you're totally right. I should go, but I just Amazon shopped. So if that's a flop, then I will try Torrid. But I also was like, maybe just plus size in general, because they're just try not to be tight on your stomach. So I'm like, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kids keep saying, "Wow, mom, your stomach's huge." I'm like,
Thanks,
thanks.
guys.
It's only gonna get bigger.
Can you
It's just,
imagine when the two of you were in here?
you know what? I was pretty small in comparison to how big I was for Ben.
No.
I feel like it, but I don't. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if I'll be able to last till December. But if I get my foot in the door, then I'll be able to be like, yeah, I'm gonna work from home.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it sounds like they like you, so.
Yeah, so I'm hoping. But, also it's like, again, I'm not required to tell them anything, but are they going to feel like super betrayed when I'm like, "No, I can't do that because I'm pregnant." So,
Well,
we'll
hopefully you don't
see.
have to go on any like treks through the wilderness.
No, this is just lab work. So I'm like processing samples for them, but it could like escalate into dealing with chemicals potentially,
I feel like you
which
live
is
in Utah County. I think you're going to be just fine. People understand pregnancy
yeah,
pretty well there.
yeah, like he has a wife who has kids. But still, it's like we hired you. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's good. Congratulations. You have a job.
Thanks. Yeah, Monday we'll start there for a person who basically has their master's and is working part time. They're like, "We'll pay you $20 an hour," and I'm like, "You guys are getting a steal of a deal here."
Who is benefiting from this more?
Yeah, they totally are. But I'm also like, that sounds fun to me, so I'd love to.
Yeah, I think that's totally valid.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't have to work, but I tell the kids if they, help me around the house so I can work, we could buy that Switch too for
We could
Christmas.
buy another Oculus.
Oh gosh, no thank you. Uh I've been getting super motion sick lately. Like
Ugh.
I can't even watch YouTube videos sometimes cuz I'm like, "Oh, they're just moving around too much."
Yeah,
Maybe I need one of those patches. I should try that.
a patch.
Like those motion sick patches,
Uh-uh.
or
I've
they have
only ever
like those
taken
bracelets.
Dramamine.
Oh, yeah, they have patches now where you're like, I don't know what's in it, so I'll have to check. But I tell Nate, so I don't know why, but like when I first had the girls, I'd ask him to go get food because I was just nursing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so he'd like feed me something, and then I'd be like, "Can I have some more?" And he's like, "Well, the rest has mold on it."
What?
And I was like, "Dude, are you trying to poison me? Like, if it has mold on one side, it's probably all throughout. Like, you are crazy." So the inside joke is even now I'm like, "You're still trying to poison me." Cause sometimes like I'm really like the FODMAPs, like I'm really sensitive to onions
Yeah.
and garlic, and I forgot like, oh, even garlic powder. So we make this super easy, super bland thing called chili dip. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just cream cheese and chili. Charlie knows this because we ate this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And cheese. And Nate's like, we got to make this more tasty. And so he puts a bunch of garlic powder in it. And I'm like, "Dude, you are poisoning me. Like, I just wanted something bland and easy to eat, and you're poisoning me." So he's always like, "Should I add onions?" I'm like, "Stop trying to poison me." So that's been a thing, right?
That's funny. I used to have this coworker that I decided I was never going to take food or drink from him again
Yeah.
because he kept having this like theory. He's like, it's southern Utah, so it's like 120 degrees outside, so it's like hotter in my car. So it's like a
Gross.
hot and ready pizza if I just leave my pizza in my car for
Ew.
this long. So he would leave it in there for like 2 days and still
Gross.
think it was fine. And I was like, that's not
No.
okay. And then I was like really desperate. I was like stuck in a situation at my old job. You could get stuck in a situation where you couldn't
Yes.
move for like 8 hours at a time. And so I was stuck in a situation, but I was so thirsty. And he came up to me and he was like, is there anything you need? Can I get you anything? And I was like, I just need some water. So he gave me some water, and it was like in one of those like Gatorade squeeze bottles. And I was drinking, I was like, why does this taste so weird? And I took off the top, and the entire backside was black. And I was like, I can never take food or drink from you
Oh,
again. I think you're a
gross.
great person, but I cannot handle this.
That is so bad. Except, my Oma and my Opa, they would heat something up in their microwave, forget about it. Come back and go, oh, there's food in the microwave, and heat it up and eat it days later. And somehow my Oma's still alive.
She's still
She's
going.
94. She got 4 different types of cancer, but she's living, so maybe you should have taken more.
She's living. LIVIN.
She's living her life. That's what the girls say all the time. They're like, "Oh man, that Oma, she just be living her life." Yep, she do.
She do.
For some reason, and we all keep telling my mom, we're like, there's that balance. I don't even know where to draw the line, especially if it's someone you care about. But we're just like, Mom, you're taking too good of care of her.
Oh no.
And she's still alive. Like, that lady does not need 2,000 calories a day. She sits there and she does nothing, but I would bet she gets, pretty high calorie content.
Yeah. Well, she'd just be living her life.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say this, and maybe I've told you this already, but there was one time where Nate's like doing something, and he's like, and the kids were bugging him, and he got annoyed. He's like, if you don't stop, I'm gonna kill you guys. And Olivia goes, if you're gonna kill anyone, will you kill Oma? Because
Oh no.
she won't die.
That's so sad. I'm so sorry,
I'm like,
Oma.
maybe we've talked about that a little too much. But when you are a lady, I mean, and she has dementia too. So when you are someone who's been under verbal abuse for over 50 years,
Yeah.
and that person passes away and has no, say in what you do or how you do things, then yeah, I'd be watching TV all day too, and getting fed and playing with puzzles.
Yeah. She always thinks that I'm your sister. Like
Yeah.
she
Hmm.
thinks that I'm Ida.
Yeah, that's so funny. We've asked
And
her sometimes. We're like, Oma, how old are you? And she's like, 26. Not even close. Or sometimes she'll even say, I gotta find myself a man. No, you do not.
but
What are
really,
you gonna do with that man? Say
I don't think you
hello?
want to know.
No, I do not. She'll forget about him. That's what. She crazy. But
She
then on the other hand, I have other grandparents who are like 87, and I'm just like, why are you so old? You don't act that old. You're never gonna die, right? Please don't die.
Yeah, your other grandparents are great too.
Yeah. Uh, good times. Speaking of grandparents, how was your visit with your dad? You guys stopped on your way, right?
Yeah, we stopped there on the way from uh here to Utah, and it
Oh,
was
that's
good. It
nice.
was really short. We basically just
Slept over.
slept there and hung out for one evening. But
Hmm.
and Colton had to redo something on the truck because it was like making a terrible sound. So
Oh
he spent
no.
most of the time working on the truck. And then um, I just hung out with my dad. It was fun.
You know what? Yeah, you know what blows my mind is like, it's been what, like 15 years or so ish that you really started to get to know him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still kind of crazy to me because, you know, half your life.
Yeah,
But
that
now
is
you're
true.
just like, yeah, now it's just normal. Now
Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah, it's okay. Well, I mean, it helped that I lived there for a little while too. So
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. But he's a pretty cool dad.
yeah, he's a good dad.
You know what? I haven't actually really gotten to spend that much time with him. But I know because he treats you nice that he's a pretty cool dad.
Well, you certainly met him at my wedding.
Yeah, I did. That I think that's the only time I've met him.
Yeah.
But he also thinks I'm a geologist, so I must be crazy,
Yeah,
right?
he does. He's always like, those geologists. I don't know about those. That they're crazy. Do you know that they're crazy? And I'm like,
You're
yeah,
like
I know. She's my best
bestie
friend.
crazy. But I've decided I'm not a geologist anymore. I'm more of a geoscientist
Okay.
because I like rocks, but I don't study rocks. So I have a friend. She I guess is really excited about a PhD. She's like, I'm gonna go to Vienna. And I'm like,
Okay.
that's too dedicated to me.
Yeah. For what? What's in Vienna?
Her PhD program.
Okay.
And I'm like, no, I'm not that passionate.
I'm just here for the free education.
Yes, 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe when I'm older, I'll do a PhD if I can finish my master's first.
You can go straight from a doctorate or from a bachelor's to a
Uh huh.
doctorate.
Yeah, it's just like they kind of combine the master's and the PhD. Like for me, it's 2 years as a master's and then 5 years as a PhD. Versus if you go into the program, it's just 7 years. So I'm
Yeah.
like, 2 years, you can do anything for 2 years, no problem. 5 years, that's a little much.
I,
5 years, you're sending a kid to kindergarten.
I saw a meme and it was like, you can just put PhD after your name. Nobody checks.
It's kind of true, but if you try and go for like a job though, they're gonna be like, "What's your thesis? What tell me more." Mine could be a PhD. I have 2 chapters in my thesis where you don't need that, but
There was one time I was having this conversation with some friends, and they were talking about this person who played the horn, and they said he's got a PhD in music, composition, and he's really talented, and he's gonna come perform. And I was like, "That's so great!" And I was like, "Are you saying this man's a horn doctor?"
Gotta choose what you get your PhD in.
He might end up being a horn doctor.
That's great. I we had a kid or we have a professor and he always tells the story. And so he's like a earthquake, tsunami, like they call it geologic hazards, so those sorts of things. And so I guess his little boy was like at the time was talking to someone. He's like, "Oh yeah, my dad's a doctor, but not the kind of doctor that helps people." And his dad was like, "Oh my heart." Like so he's like, I want to be the kind of doctor, it's doctor of philosophy, right? Or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
He's like, I want to be the kind of doctor that helps people. So now he goes to like Thailand and India and helps educate people about tsunamis
Huh.
and earthquakes and stuff like that. So I'm like, that's really cool.
Your kid shamed you into doing good work.
Isn't that what BYU is all about?
Enter to
um,
learn, go forth to serve. Isn't that what the
yep.
thing is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was
I
talking
went
to
to
my
BYU, believe it or not.
it happened.
It happened. I graduated and everything.
Yeah. We got that done. I was talking to my aunt and we were just talking about like the culture where it's just kind of like I don't know, you grow up and you think you have to be a martyr all the time and that's like apparently the good thing, like the highest thing you can do is to sacrifice yourself and not take care of yourself all the time and brag
Mm-hmm.
about it
Yeah. Especially
and
as a woman.
say, uh-huh, uh-huh. I'm like, yeah, I think we're mostly breaking that cycle, but you still see your parents who, you know, think that's important, but you're like, or I not burn out. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Or boundaries. Can we talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
those?
Uh-huh. 100%. All the times.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm ready to go to bed. Are you ready to go to bed?
I would like to go to bed, but I shouldn't. It's only 8
Oh
here.
yeah. I forgot. I'm an hour ahead, so it's 9, and I'm a little old lady who goes to bed at like 9:30, so I gotta get in the
That's
shower.
crazy. Yeah, yeah, for sure. You gotta get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, I do. Okay, well, thank you everybody for
Thanks.
tuning in, and it's been fun catching
Yeah,
up.
sorry I'm boring, but
You're definitely not boring.
we talked. It happened. You were here.
Yeah,
Thanks for staying for the
yeah,
whole hour.
yeah. We love you. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.